Hey all, Choiboy here. Welcome to another video. Today is your favorite portfolio update for November. Now, disclaimer, please remember to take everything I say with a grain of salt. It is just for entertainment purposes. I may not be saying the right things at certain times, so please keep that in mind. And please do your own research before you take action on anything I talk about in this video. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, portfolio value is at $14,677, so it hasn't changed much. It actually went down from the previous update. The total returns is at $5,179, and the percentage wise it's at 52.14%. So it's kind of bouncing between $5,000 and $6,000 in profit. So there hasn't been much going on. It's going nowhere in a sense. So that's that. The graph looks rather similar since August. I haven't been putting more money in because I am still generally bearish about the markets. Other than that, there isn't much going on with the portfolio in terms of the value, but there has been some changes with the company, so I will get into that now. So these are the numbers. We'll get straight into the companies. So I'll start with the ones that hasn't changed much, is Bliss. So Bliss, I chucked in $1,060 or something like that, including referrals. There hasn't been much going on other than the fact that I've been chucking my referral money into Bliss. If you do need a Sharesies link, please look in the description below and you get money, I get money, win-win. That's Bliss, nothing much going on there. Same with Vista. I haven't been doing too much with Vista stock. I was thinking about selling them, as I mentioned in the previous portfolio update. I decided not to just yet. We still don't know what's going to happen with the cinema market, and sure, logically speaking, it is not looking that great, but at the same time, maybe it's okay just for now until things get worse. So there has been a bit of a pump, once in August, and it's been going slightly up like recently as well. So I'm quite on the fence in this one. I don't know what to do, but it's not tipping me over, making me sell it right away. So I'm just gonna keep it for now, but I won't be adding too much money to it at all. And maybe I'll sell partially or everything later on. So this is still something I need to look into. So nothing much going on there for this update either way. So you can see that Heartland here, you would have realized that I cut down a lot of my Kathmandu, so I think I cut it by around a half or a third. I think I sold, so I sold 1.7k worth of Kathmandu and I bought Heartland Bank with it. So the Heartland Group Holdings is pretty much the Heartland Bank, as everyone knows it. So they're really famous for the digital kind of banking system. They're really low fixed and floating interest rates for the mortgages. It's been an interesting company to look into, and I have been somewhat persuaded by people talking good things about it. Not to mention my friend Josh, he's been pretty bullish about Heartland Bank as well. So I thought I'd give it a look, do some research. Numbers look okay. The direction they're trying to take with this all digital kind of mindset is really good. I think it is a really good business model for the current times. So it is interesting to see Heartland is making the first move in the banking sector for that. So ASB is slowly kind of coming as well. So they've been cutting off their branches and reducing hours and stuff like that as well. So I think going digital will be very interesting for the banking sector, and if it works really well, Heartland Bank would be leading that entire trend. So it is quite a risky play, but at the same time it is a nice one to have, just because if it works out, it's going to lead the banking sector, even though it's a very small bank stock at the moment. Because I bought Heartland Bank right here, I don't have that much Kathmandu anymore, and this one was interesting because I didn't know if I should keep holding it or if I should sell it. It's a retail company, and the market cap was hitting pretty much $1 billion last week or last week. Thinking, is this stock actually worth $1 billion. With the numbers going down this year due to COVID, most likely, you know, even though their rip curl business is doing really good, it doesn't matter. So maybe I had to rethink about the valuation of Kathmandu and if it is viable. Is it worth $1 billion? And if I'm looking for decent, returns in the next 5-10 years, is it worth double of $1 billion? I'm not too sure. I do need to do the math again and just think it through a bit more. So I cut down on Kathmandu just for now because I think Heartland Bank might be a better play. Both of them are dividend stocks in general, so either way, if I do keep them for long term, I'll be looking for dividends if I keep them. My English sucks. So that leaves you with Bliss and Plexure. So that leaves you with Abano and Plexure. So you would have realized I've sold my Abano. So Abano still has this offer going on with Bidco, but it was already like at $4.95 or something like that. So I just sold it and I decided to participate in Plexure's SPP. Now, that's the interesting one for this portfolio update is Plexure's SPP. And what happened is that Plexure seen a high at $1.56 or $1.57, something like that, few weeks ago, or maybe last month actually. And what happened is that they did a capital raise and they raised 32 mil from private investors and 5 mil from just people like us, public investors. So I decided to lock in around 3.6k New Zealand dollars worth of Plexure SPP. Obviously, that money came from the money I sold from Abano. So I don't have any Abano anymore. And I registered for the Plexure SPP, but guess what happened? Plexure SPP oversubscribed, meaning everyone gets scaled back, okay? So they get scaled back depending on how much they were initially, applying for. And I didn't apply for much. And I think what happened is that I think I used to have 4,000 shares. Now I have 600 more, around that. So it actually didn't use much of my 3,600 application. It probably only used like, $600 worth or like $700-800 worth. So I'll be getting back around like $2,800 or something like that. I'm still thinking what I will do with that money, so that will come back into my wallet after they refund me. And there are some options. One, I already asked my CFO if I can buy more shares, and remember I have to fill up a form saying that I don't have any insider info. I signed it and it's still viable. I can still do it because practically I haven't used up my 3.6k yet. Actually the SPP only ate like a very, very small percentage of it. So maybe I'll just double check with my CFO and buy Plexure shares at market rate, because I think $1.20 is not bad. Okay, Plexure share price is quite high at the moment. It's still high even after the dip, right? So the $1.21, it's the fall after the SPP. It's the effect of the SPP, right? So it's come down quite a lot. There's going to be a share dilution, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things going on here, and that's why the price dropped. And now ASX is listed, so Plexure is now on the Australian exchange as well, and the ticker changed. It used to be PLX, now it's PX1 or something like that. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Oh, it's right here, so it's updated on Sharesies as well. So PX1 is the new ticker for Plexure. Don't ask me why it's changed. I actually didn't even bother looking into why. There are some options. I could buy more Plexure at market rate after double checking with my company, or I can buy another stock. Now, as I said, I am still bearish about the market. After the US elections and the New Zealand elections and all this coronavirus thing, and people speculating of how the vaccine is going to affect the world in the next coming year in 2021. There's so many talks, and I really don't know which one I should side on, but I don't think I want to add more money just yet. I do want to see a sell-off in the market. I just want to see a crash. I thought it was going to be later this year. Probably not. Maybe it will happen next year. I am still looking to it. I'm still very bearish about it. So I'm sorry to everyone who's very bullish about the markets. But, we are all open to our own opinions. And I think we still need a reset. So until that happens, I won't be putting a whole bunch of money. Maybe I'll be shifting it here and there, and maybe a bit of swing trading. I'm not too sure. The market changes very dramatically and very, very fast nowadays. So it is probably the time where people are trying to structure their portfolios and have the right companies to get them going for the next 5 or 10 years. I thought I'd stick with the 5 companies I initially bought, was Abano, Bliss, Kathmandu, Plexure, and Vista. See, I don't have Abano anymore because it got sold out. Heartland Bank is now in my portfolio as well. Maybe I'll be adding another company. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. But at the moment, I don't have any other companies I am eyeing on, except for the one, Heartland Bank, which I already got now. So, yeah, it's interesting times. Don't really know what I'm going to do, but hopefully I will have an answer by maybe next month or next year, like within the first quarter of next year in 2021. So yeah, that was the portfolio update today. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, put a comment down below what you thought, subscribe to the channel, and put the bell notification for my next updates. You do not want to miss them. I do live streams pretty much like every 2-3 weeks, and that is a chance for you to come in, say hi, and ask some questions and try to get some opinions out of me. And also, a lot of my viewers in the live stream are regulars, so they could kind of add their own opinions to your questions, and it's a nice community. So come along, put the bell notification on to get the updates for that. Thank you very much staying on, listening to my screwed up throat. I've been talking a lot in the past week at work and meeting up with people, so my throat's very gone. But yeah, hopefully it gets better next month as well. So hopefully I'll see you in the next live stream. Until next time, I will catch you around. See ya.